video on both. I said we have video on both, so I'm going to turn you on so you can start your pregame show.
Travis Helm Day here at the ballpark. Lefties with a non-league game against the DubSea Fish Sticks upcoming. And Lefties are celebrating Travis Helm, a returner to Port Angeles, who's one of the older players on this team. Getting to celebrate him and bring you some fun facts throughout the broadcast about Mr. Helm. Lefties are on a 3-game winning streak in West Coast League play and are tied atop the North Division standings in the West Coast League for the second half at 5-4. Thanks in part to that 3-game winning streak, the first time they've done that in West Coast League play all season. But now Port Angeles entering the All-Star break. So it's a non-league game against the Fish Sticks today, the All-Star game tomorrow. So Jeremy Giesig is not here with the team this afternoon because he's already in Bellingham for some events taking place today and, of course, tomorrow. And then on Thursday, it'll be another non-league game against the Redmond Dudes. So a pair of non-league games just to tighten some things up. The main guys, the ones you see in the lineup every single day, will get some days off just to rest and recuperate and get some players who haven't gotten a lot of reps back into the lineup. We have an interesting lineup for you here today, and it'll only get more interesting because since it's Travis Helm Day, Lefties are going to try to put him at as many different positions as possible. It's a non-league game. Obviously, a win is still important, but they can have a little bit more fun with it. So that's what head coach Donald Bray is planning on doing. We'll get Travis up here in the booth for a post-game interview if he's not already bombarded with family members. We know his dad is here, and his mom is singing the national anthem today. So it's Travis Helm Day at the ballpark, but just Helm Day in general. So pretty exciting. Lefties get to celebrate one of their returning players. The MLB draft wrapped up today, and across the 3-day affair, 4 Lefties alums were chosen. It was Luke Jewett out of UCLA, taken in the 8th round. Stephen Brooks out of Cal Poly SLO in the 11th round. Preston Howie in the 14th round out of St. Mary's. And then Liam Paddock out of Gonzaga in the 18th round. So one of the most successful MLB drafts for Port Angeles. And with how good some players have been on this squad, expect those numbers to only increase as time goes on. So the Lefties entered this MLB draft with 8 players being selected or signed to a team in Major League Baseball. No one's made a Major League roster yet. 2 players currently in AAA, just waiting to get the call. But so 8 heading into this draft, and then an additional 4. So raised their total by 50%. Pretty exciting. And the Lefties, of course, a somewhat new squad to the West Coast League, joining in 2017. So it makes sense. Somewhat of a slow start. 3 members of that 2017 Lefty squad were drafted. Trayson Kubo, Sean Roby, and Kevin Kendall. All 3 of those players on the squad. So that was a pretty successful year for the Lefties in terms of drafted players. And now Port Angeles gets 4 more to its tally. So pretty exciting day here at Civic Field. Lefties on a 3-game winning streak. It's Travis Helm Day. And a pretty exciting day for Port Angeles Lefties alums. On the mound today for Port Angeles is Nolan McCormick, making his first start in a Port Angeles uniform. We've seen him pitch in 2 West Coast League games. It wasn't the greatest of starts for him, but this should be a good tune-up affair for him in a non-league game. He's headed to Mount Hood Community College in the fall for his freshman year. It's his first non-league game, joined the team a little bit late because he was graduating from high school. So he's appeared in 2 games and now making his first start. Let's introduce you to this little bit of a new look lineup for Port Angeles. It's Kosei Suzuki leading off and playing left. Ya Ramirez at second. Eric Valdivia, who's still hitting a 500 for the Lefties through 4 games with the squad. Then it's Jason Leone at short. Travis Helm, of course, behind the plate. Julio Vasquez Jr. at third. Brock Mayer in right. Riley Ricken, first time in the starting lineup as a hitter. He, of course, is normally a pitcher, has had 1 at-bat this season, but he's DHing today out of Cal State San Bernardino. He's been hitting in batting practice pretty much every day thus far this year, but first time in the hitting starting lineup for the lefty. And then Zach Blair rounds out the order playing center. For DubSea, it's Ty Rusko leading off, followed by Jason Abner, Brandon McKinley, Braden Oram, Preston Crockett, Andrew Carnes, Hunter Klingelhofer, Matthew Bailey, and Andre Garza. That's how they line up. And then it's Blake Reese on the mound, the lefty for the Fish Sticks. Every single member of this DubSea lineup is originally from Washington. It makes sense. The Fish Sticks, members of the Pacific International League, so pulling a lot of local players. The Fish Sticks have an 11-8 record in PIL play, second in the league behind the 17-4 Seattle Cheney Studs. But still, even though it's a distant second, in second place, nonetheless, the Fish Sticks are. So this is a formidable opponent. Just because this is a non-league game, the Lefties can't take them lightly, or they risk losing their 3-game winning streak. Of course, their 3-game West Coast League winning streak will remain intact no matter what until they face off against Bellingham on Friday. That's the first chance that they can lose that winning streak. But for now, Port Angeles looking for a win here on Travis Helm Day. It would only make the celebration of the man out of Central Washington that much sweeter. I'm Thomas Johnson, the voice of your Port Angeles Lefties, alongside my broadcast partner, Dylan Sackett. We'll take a quick break. It's currently 6:29, so baseball on tap in just a couple of minutes. We'll see you soon.
Leading off, number 23, the left fielder from
We mentioned it in the pregame show. It's Travis Helm Day here at the ballpark. It's a non-league affair. And so the Lefties are looking to celebrate one of their older players on the roster entering his final year of college eligibility. It's Travis Helm out of Central Washington University. It's Nolan McCormick on the mound for Port Angeles, making his first start and throwing to Travis Helm on Travis's day. McCormick just graduated high school recently, has made 2 appearances for the Lefties, but this is his first start. Gets that opportunity in this non-league affair to try to tune some things up. So McCormick, the righty, gets the honor. A little bit of a different story between McCormick and Helm. Helm entering his senior year, McCormick entering his freshman year of college. So a little bit of an age difference between this battery for the Lefties. For those of you who couldn't tune in to our pregame show, Lefties are trying to put Travis Helm at as many positions on the field as humanly possible. We'll see if he can hit all 9 today. Does depend on how this game goes. Lefties, of course, still trying to win this one. So Ty Rusko leading off for Rusko. Opts to not wear batting gloves. You still don't see that all that often. McCormick's first delivery. Finds the zone for strike 1. Rusko just finished his freshman year at Skagit Valley College, an NWAC school. The 0-1. That again finds the outer edge for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Rusko, who's hitting .277. He's tied for the team lead in walks. He's your ideal leadoff hitter as he swings and misses at that one. His 14th strikeout of the year, and McCormick, 3 pitches and 1 out.
That's got to feel good, a little confidence booster for you, especially against a team like this.
Fish Sticks, a quality program out of the PIL. McCormick, this is his 3rd appearance in a Lefties uniform. So he's facing Jason Abner, the first delivery. Plops into the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. There's a couple of rough outings for McCormick, but looking to tune things up here. Had a strong start with that first out. The 0-1, down and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Abner out of Seattle University, a D1 school in the Western Athletic Conference. The 1-1. Check swing, but did not go. Had a pitch outside the zone. There is appeal. Sent down to first base. And confirmed did not go for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Abner hitting .250 for the Fish Sticks. The next delivery. Down low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Abner on a slim 3-game hitting streak. 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 RBI in that span. The 3-1. That's grounded towards the left side. Julio Vasquez will field, collect himself, and sling it over there. Valdivia pulled off the bag, though. And that's ruled an error as Abner reaches base.
Yeah, it looked like that toss was just a little too high for Valdivia. But once again, let's see how McCormick responds with the runner on.
In his first 2 appearances, gave up 3 earned runs in each outing. We'll look to prevent that from happening again. Brandon McKinley at the dish now. McCormick kicks and deals. Down low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. McKinley just finished his freshman year at Bellevue College, another NWAC school. A lot of NWAC representation on both of these rosters. There's a pickoff attempt on Abner, who slides back in safely. McKinley led Bellevue with his 194 at-bats, hit .268 there this past season. The 1-0. Runner goes from first. That's hit up in the air to center. Blair tracking it, and will get under there. Almost lost that one in the sun, but able to secure it for the second out of this first inning. Blair in center. Normally see Ethan Kadama there, but with a non-league game, gets to give a couple of the guys a little bit of a break. To Braden Orem at the dish. We'll introduce you to the Port Angeles Lefties defense during this at-bat. Orem out of Lower Columbia College. McCormick, another pickoff attempt at first. It's a good one, but Abner slides back in safely. Orem hitting .254 for the Fish Sticks this season. McCormick's first delivery. That's up and in for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. It's Travis Helm behind the plate to start this one off. Eric Valdivia at first. Yar Ramirez at second. Jason Leon at short. And Julio Vasquez Jr. at third. We'll introduce you to the outfield after this 1-0 pitch. That's check swing back to the mound. McCormick will just jog over to first and toss it to Valdivia to complete the inning. Scoreless inning for Nolan McCormick. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Kosei Suzuki, Yar Ramirez, and Eric Valdivia due up for the Lefties. Travis Helm Day here at the ballpark. He's due up 5th here in the frame if it gets to him. Scoreless affair here between the DubSea Fish Sticks.
Left fielder, Kosei Suzuki.
Lefties due up in the bottom of the first. It's Blake Reese on the mound, a lefty originally from Washington.
You have that in your notes, right?
So Kosei Suzuki up at the dish to start things off in the leadoff spot instead of Jeremy Giesig, who is in Bellingham for the All-Star game. Reese's first delivery. That's up high for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Suzuki. This is Reese's 8th appearance for DubSea this season. That next pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Reese has been good. 2.73 ERA across 29 2/3 innings pitched. The team is 6-1 in his appearances. That 2-0 up high for ball 3. He has experience pitching against West Coast League teams. Last time he threw 4 2/3 scoreless innings in a 10-1 win over the Victoria Harbor Cats. As he finds the zone there for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. That was a week ago today on July 9th that the Fish Sticks beat the Harbor Cats. The 3-1. That's fouled off for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Port Angeles has played Victoria 3 times so far. We'll get another 3-game set against the Harbor Cats coming up soon. The full count pitch, up and away for ball 4. Suzuki will take first.
Yeah, little nice momentum going for the lefties. And as we've seen in the last couple games, once one guy gets on, then another guy will get on, and it's a domino effect. Hopefully we will see that again today against a team like the Fish Sticks.
So Ya Ramirez, who's been swinging a hot bat as of late, just a few days removed from hitting a walk-off winner and scoring a walk-off winner the very next day. He's up at the plate in the 2-hole. Reese's first delivery is popped up, but will hit the netting above home plate to make it a dead ball for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Ya, who is hitting .257 in West Coast League play, but .333 in non-league play. He's 5 for 15 in games such as this. There's a pickoff attempt on Suzuki, who slides back in safely. So the count is 0-1 on Ramirez, who went 2 for 5 yesterday against the Nanaimo Night Owls. The 0-1. That swung and missed at a pitch high in the zone for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Lefties, of course, won yesterday. It was a dominant affair, 11-1 over Nanaimo to win its 3rd straight West Coast League game. Reese's 0-2. That's grounded towards the left side, but will go foul. It's Adrian Alvarez Jr., the third base coach today. We normally see Donald Brave there, but we have seen a rotation. So Ya Ramirez, count is still 0-2 on him. Reese strides and shoots. Runner goes from first. That's a pitch well outside. So the catcher, Bailey, won't even be able to get a throw off there for that stolen base for Kosei Suzuki. So now a runner in scoring position for the Lefties. Double play is out of the question. Ramirez looking to notch another RBI. The 1-2. That's fouled off. Ramirez staying alive. 2 foul balls this at bat. Ramirez playing second today. We've normally seen him on the left side of the infield, mainly at shortstop, some reps at third. He's getting some experience at second base. He's headed to Texas A&M Corpus Christi in the fall after finishing his sophomore year at Chaffey College this past spring. The 1-2. Down and in for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ramirez working the count. Had a walk yesterday. Trying to work it to get another, if not an RBI single here to drive home Suzuki, who's at second. The 2-2. Curveball just outside for ball 3. Count goes full. First 2 batters have really worked the count and driven the pitch count of Reese up high. We'll introduce you to his Wenatchee Valley stats. They are very good this past year. His payoff pitch down and in, and that's 2 straight walks to start this one for Port Angeles. Reese at Wenatchee Valley. He's headed to Central Washington University in the fall, soon to be teammates with Travis Helm. It is, of course, Travis Helm Day today. We'll try to mention his name as much as we can on the broadcast. But Reese had 81 strikeouts to lead his team. Eric Valdivia at the plate, squaring up to bunt with runners on first and second. He pulls back and chops it up the third base line. Carnes will tag third and record that out, but that's it on the fielder's choice. That was Andrew Carnes at third. Your DubSea defense behind the plate, it's Bailey. And then at first is Preston Crockett. Andre Garza at second. Ty Rusco at short, and Andrew Carnes at third. We'll introduce you to the outfield after this first pitch to Jason Leone. That's hit into the outfield. That'll get down for a base hit. Yao Ramirez being waved home. Valdivia will stop at second. The throw from Orem is cut off, and Ramirez scores there off of the RBI single from Jason Leone.
And we're starting to see the domino effect here. It all started with Kosei Suzuki getting on base.
Kosei Suzuki got on base with the walk, followed by Ramirez's walk. Valdivia at second hit into a fielder's choice. And Jason Leone just had an RBI single. It's the man of the hour, Travis Helm, at the plate. The first delivery. Breaking ball outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. So, of course, Reese on the mound and Helm soon to be teammates at Central Washington. The 1-0. That finds the top of the zone for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Helm, who plans to be a teacher and baseball coach once his baseball career is over. A long look at second. Now Reese's 1-1 delivery. That's popped up, but will go out of play for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's bound to get a hit today, isn't he? It is his day.
You can just feel it. It's going to happen at some point today, partner.
Unless we just jinxed it.
We have been known to do that.
The 1-2 delivery. That's fouled off. Count will remain the same. So every single Lefties hitter has done a really good job of working the count, other than Jason Leone, who had a very early single there in his at-bat, but otherwise Lefties are driving up the pitch count of the man on the mound. The 1-2, that's in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Valdivia headed for third, Leone headed for second. The throw over to third, not in time. Valdivia had a late jump there, but still able to slide in safely. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the man we're celebrating.
And it seems like the Lefties have kind of picked up where they left off yesterday so far.
With their 11 runs yesterday. The 2-2 Helm up high and away for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the man who's starting at catcher, but will likely see him move around the infield, the outfield. He'll be everywhere today. Infielders drawn in for DubSea, all 4 of them. The full count pitch is waved at and missed for strike 3. So Helm strikes out in his first at-bat. Will get plenty more chances today to notch a hit on his day.
I was going to say, after that Travis Helm strikeout, that's the 3 out of the last 4 batters for Port Angeles that were in a 1-2 situation, and they worked the count to a full count.
Really working it here today. Julio Vasquez Jr. at the dish. The first delivery to him is away for ball 1. Vasquez Jr. 2 for 5 yesterday with 2 runs and an RBI. 3 multi-hit games in his last 6. He's been heating it up. The 1-0. That's chopped foul towards the left side. 1 ball, 1 strike now. On the man out of Henderson State, roommates with Travis Helm. They're both returners to Port Angeles. The 1-1. Away for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Also roommates with our analytics intern, Tyler Oshima, who seemed offended that I didn't mention him just a couple moments ago. Oh, Vasquez Jr., the 2-1 pitch to him, inside. Somehow finds the zone there for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That looked very inside, at least according to TrackMan. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Lefties with the 1-0 lead. The next delivery. That doesn't get the call. So a little bit of an erratic zone here early in this one. Bottom of the first inning. The next full count pitch. Taken outside for ball 4. Third walk of the inning for the Lefties.
Really working Blake Reese's arm here early on in this first inning.
And the bases are loaded for Brock Mayer, who is 0 for 7 on the year. He's only hit in non-league games. Of course, normally a pitcher. We saw him on the bump yesterday, tossed a scoreless inning, but getting some more reps at the plate. That first pitch is outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Mayer. Mayer did hit pretty well for the Lefties last season, 271 across 24 games. Looking for his first knock of the season here as he cuts at that one and fouls it off for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I look forward to seeing both lefty pitchers today and how they hit.
Of course, in the on-deck circle is Riley Ricken, who is a pitcher only. But in the lineup today, the 1-1, that's chopped towards the shortstop, who will just flip it to second for the third out of the inning. There was a little bit of confusion there. The Fish Sticks tried to throw it to third as if that was not already the third out of the inning. So Lefties put up 1 run, but Strand, the bases loaded, will head to the top of the second inning and to see where Travis Helm ends up in the field.
Who's our timber for today?
So on Travis Helm Day, Helm already at his second position of the afternoon, moves from catcher to first. Eric Valdivia, who was the first baseman, now behind the plate. So the movement has begun. Lefties up 1-0 here in the top of the second. Nolan McCormick still on the mound. His first delivery to Preston Crockett. Down low for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. The next delivery. Low again for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. On Crockett. Out of the University of Puget Sound. The 2-0. That finds the zone for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Crockett, originally from Issaquah, Washington. The 2-1. That's chopped foul for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Crockett hitting 218 this season, but has also pitched in 3 games for the Fish Sticks. 3 innings, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 5 hits. As McCormick's 2-2 delivery. Outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On Crockett, who finishes freshman year with the Loggers, a D3 school in the Northwest Conference. The full count pitch. That's popped up in the air to center. Blair giving chase. Will head close to the wall and grab it for the first out of the inning. So the Northwest Conference really well represented here.
Now batting, number 6, third baseman, Andrew Carnes.
Now Andrew Carnes up to the dish to face Nolan McCormick, who this is already a season-long outing for the righty on the bump. That first pitch down low for ball 1. On Carnes, the third baseman. The next delivery. Down low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Carnes hitting 190 on the year, 8 for 42. The 2-0. That's waved at and missed for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Carnes out of Chaminade University. The 2-1. That's fouled off for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So McCormick on the mound, headed to Mount Hood Community College, an NWAC school for his freshman year. Graduate of Tualatin High School in Tualatin, Oregon. The 2-2. A check swing, and he went. So Valdivia won't need to throw it down to first. And that's a second strikeout for McCormick. His season high of strikeouts was in his last outing where he notched 2 punch-outs. So 1 away from a Lefties career high. Facing off against Hunter Klingelhofer. The first delivery. Breaking ball finds the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on the man out of Linfield University. He leads this team in hits, stolen bases, and home runs, hitting .261. The 0-1. Again, a wave and a miss for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So Klingelhofer just finished his senior year at Linfield, hit .255 there. The 0-2. Up high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Klingelhofer had moved around a little bit. Started at Ventura College, made a stop at Georgetown College and NAIA school. Now at the D3 Linfield as he hits it to Vasquez Jr., who tosses it over and throws it to his roommate Travis Helm, who ends the inning as he starts to pump up the crowd. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Lefties up 1-0.
Number 44, designated hitter, Riley Ricken.
Riley Ricken getting his first opportunity at the plate here today. First time in the starting lineup as a hitter. He's an imposing presence in the box. And gets a chance against Reese, still on the mound. The first delivery. Finds the zone on the breaking ball for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on the man out of Cal State, Sam Bernardino. Stands at 6'6". The 0-1. Down and away for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Lefties lose one Cal State San Bernardino hitter as Jeremy Giesig is at the All-Star game, and get another one in Riley Ricken, who's normally a pitcher. And waves and misses. Healthy cut there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Ricken. The 1-2. That's swing and a miss for strike 3. So Ricken sees 4 pitches in his first at-bat, strikes out. And it sends us to the bottom of the order. Zach Blair up to the dish. The first delivery. That's right down central for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on the man out of Mount Hood Community College, who has a high number of walks and hit by pitches as he flares this one into shallow left field. Abner giving chase and will grab it to retire Blair. So top of the order, due up, Kosei Suzuki up to the dish.
You really got that rally started in the first inning and what led to the Lefties getting on the board first.
Although Suzuki was erased after the walk, did indeed get the momentum moving in the Lefties' favor. Was that first pitch up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That next pitch is fouled off for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strikes. 1 strike now on the man out of Frank Phillips College, who just in this past week notched his first homer in West Coast League play. Looking to get a couple more of those. So that next one up and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Suzuki in league play, 3rd on the team with 27 hits. The 2-1. That's fouled off for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Lefties with a 1-0 lead. So Suzuki's in good company with that hitting stat behind Jeremy Giesig, the All-Star, and Roberto Garza Nunez. The 2-2. That's put up in the air to left. Abner charging in. Will have to battle the sun, but beats it and retires Kosei. So that's a 1-2-3 inning. Lefties will take a 1-0 lead. We've already seen 1 position change out of Travis Helm. We'll see where he ends up next.
Read for a pitching change, or do you want to wait for the next one?
Yeah, let's do it real quick. Ryan Wyke on the mound for the Lefties. Nolan McCormick's day is over after 2 innings. Travis Helm, if you were wondering, he's at 3rd now. So Julio Vasquez Jr. takes over at 1st. So Helm started behind the plate on Travis Helm Day, moved over to first, and now here in the third inning, he's at third base. So a lot of defensive substitutions today to celebrate Travis Helm. Another elder statesman, Ryan Wyke, on the mound for the Lefties. That first pitch taken for a strike. Matthew Bailey at the plate to face off against Wyke out of the University of Jamestown. The 0-1. That's just low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bailey out of Lower Columbia College. Hit .233 there for his freshman year. The 1-1. Check swing. Appeal sent down to first base. Did not go. So Bailey had a hit in yesterday's game for DubSea that broke a 5-game hitless streak. He's hitting .179 on the season. The 2-1. Inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. So Bailey from Bremerton, Washington, originally. Now playing at the NWAC school, Lower Columbia. The 3-1. That's fouled off for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count goes full on Ryan Wyke. This is Wyke's 16th appearance on the year. 13 in West Coast League play. This is his 3rd non-league game. The payoff pitch. That's grounded towards the left side. Leon charges in, scoops it up, and tosses it over. Vasquez Jr. can't pick it, though. And Bailey reaches base and will head to second as that one goes out of play. So ruled an error, E6. The Fish Sticks have 2 base runners, both by way of the error. 1 in the first inning, and now 1 here. So DubSea with a runner in scoring position. Lefties up by 1 here on Travis Helm Day. In the top of the 3rd, 9-hole hitter Andre Garza. He's at the plate now. Soon to be teammates with Travis Helm. Out of Wenatchee Valley Community College, but headed to Central Washington University. Going to be a redshirt sophomore there. Wyke's first delivery. He squares up to bunt, but puts it foul for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Garza only in 17 at-bats, but has a strong .294 average on the season for the Fish Sticks. So 5 hits, 3 runs, a double, 3 RBI, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. With a chance here to notch another RBI, but he's squaring up to bunt here as the runner goes from first. That ekes foul for strike 2, though. So likely the bunt's not in play anymore with 2 strikes. Of course, if he bunts it here and it goes foul, would automatically be an out. So Ryan Wyke on the mound, facing off against Travis Helm's future teammate. A long hold and check back in at second. Now the 0-2. That's swung on and missed for strike 3. So there's 1 out in the inning as Wyke notches his first strikeout since July 7th. He had 2 outings with no punch-outs, but gets 1 there. So now a runner on third as Bailey was off with that pitch. Top of the order, due up, Ty Rusco, who struck out in his first at-bat, up to the plate. Wyke's first delivery is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So Wyke in his 3rd season with Port Angeles. 2021, 2022, and now this season. That 1-0 outside again for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Wyke has yet to allow a earned run in non-league play as that one loops into the zone for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Wyke played his best college ball at Edmonds College as that next pitch is fouled off for strike 2. At Edmonds College before finding a home at the University of Jamestown, an NAIA school. So just finishes technically sophomore year at Jamestown. The 2-2. That's grounded towards the left side. A run will score as Leon fields and tosses it over. Pulls Vasquez Jr. off the bag, but he thought he laid the tag down on the runner, but ruled safe. There's going to be a conversation, it seems, here between the umpires. Vasquez Jr. incensed at that call. He thought he was able to lay the tag down. We'll see if this conversation changes anything, but nonetheless, a tie ball game no matter the outcome. Ruled safe, and Don Bray, the head coach, out of the dugout to discuss with the field umpire. Bray trying to argue the runner was out. The field umpire didn't really have a good view of that one because Vasquez Jr. was in between the umpire and the runner, so there's no way he could have possibly seen a tag if it was indeed laid on, but he ruled it safe. So that's an unearned run on Wyke. And now Jason Abner at the dish. Runner goes from first. The throw from Valdivia ruled safe again. Wyke on the mound. Hands on his head there. He thought that was a good strike from Valdivia. On that note, we had a question on our YouTube page from the Clevenos. Jack, the catcher, has thrown out 21 runners. Unfortunately, we don't have the answer of if that is a Lefties record. I can try to do some research. But Cleveno does a good job of throwing out runners by way of the caught stealing and the back pick. So thank you for that question, Cleveno family. We're always welcome to questions on the broadcast on the Peninsula area public access YouTube. So that 1-0 pitch is fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or if you're enjoying the game on the West Coast League app, you can always email us questions at Port Angeles Lefties broadcasters at gmail.com. But back to baseball. Runner on second in a tie ball game here in the top of the third. The 1-1 pitch to Abner. It's waved at and missed for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. See Vasquez Jr., the first baseman, creeped in a little bit in front of the bag, but not fully on the infield grass. So Abner reached base by way of an error in the first inning. The 1-2. Interesting movement on that pitch. Goes inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the man out of Seattle University. A long hold from Wyke, his next delivery. That's waved at and missed for strike 3. Wyke gets his second punch out of the inning. And second punch out of the outing.
Number 18, designated hitter, Brandon McKinley.
So Wyke has already doubled the number of non-league strikeouts he has. Previously had 2, now has 4. Has a chance at a third. Brandon McKinley at the dish. The first delivery finds the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. McKinley flew out to center in his first at-bat. Leads this team in doubles and RBI. Another long hold. Now the 0-1 is fouled off for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. If you're wondering, McKinley with 17 strikeouts on the season. Wyke looking to make it 18 and notch his third punch out of the afternoon. That one just inside. Wyke wanted the call. Valdivia did too as they both started headed towards the dugout. Wyke has not been happy, obviously, with some of the calls this inning. The 1-2. Fouled off again. McKinley staying alive. Out of Bellevue College, a graduate of Woodinville High School. 2 straight multi-hit games. Looking to notch a third one here. The 1-2. That's chopped towards the left side. Helm, the man of the hour, tosses it over to first and ends the inning. And he celebrates, taking off his cap. What a way to end the top of the third. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Yao Ramirez, Eric Valdivia, Jason Leone due up in a tie, 1-1 ball game.
Roommate to roommate. I know.
Yao Ramirez.
So the Fish Sticks tied this one up in the top of the third. Now in the bottom of the third, Lefties looking to get back on the scoreboard. It's Yao Ramirez who gets the first chance, the two-hole hitter who scored the first run of this one off of a walk in the first inning. Reese still on the mound as Ramirez fouls that one off for strike one. No balls, one strike. So Ramirez, mentioned it before, one of the most clutch hitters slash runners on this lefty squad. 3 walk-offs in West Coast League play. Ramirez has been a part of all 3 of them as he fouls this one off for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Ramirez currently on a 3-game hitting streak, looking to extend it to 4. Has already reached base today, so at least the on-base streak is still intact. The 0-2 from Reese. Inside for ball 1. Nearly clipped the foot of Ramirez. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. On the man out of Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. Headed there in the fall after finishing up at Chaffey College. Coming up to Port Angeles with Lefties head coach Donald Bray, who's an assistant coach at Chaffey. The 1-2. Fouled off. Count will remain the same. Ramirez not happy with that swing there. Kind of wanted that one back. But nonetheless, we'll get another crack at Reese. So Ramirez with 4 multi-hit games in his last 6 games. The 1-2. That's chopped towards the left side. Rusco will field and throw it over to Crockett and retire Ramirez. So first out in the inning. Reese has sent down 5 straight lefties. It was a 1-2-3 inning in the second. So Reese is no scrub on the mound. Again, coming into this one, 2.73 ERA. And the team 6-1 in his appearances. So with Reese on the mound, the Fish Sticks have a good chance at winning. Eric Valdivia at the plate. Looping curveball. Doesn't find the zone for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Valdivia has a hit in every single game he's played in for the Lefties. Looking to carry that on. The 1-0 inside and hits Valdivia hard. So he'll reach base. That's got to hurt.
Yeah, it looks like it hit him maybe in the elbow there, as we see athletic trainer Sydney taking a look at him.
He was considering swinging at that pitch. You saw him getting in the motion. But that's a short conversation with Sydney. Eric seems to be fine.
It looks like it might just be a sting on the elbow. It'll sting for a couple minutes, but he'll be fine.
So the Lefties get a base runner, and now cleanup hitter Jason Leone up to the plate. Has a good number of doubles this year in West Coast League play. Second on the team behind Roberto Garza Nunez, who is getting a day off. Garza Nunez is. The first delivery to Leone. A very big looping curveball there for strike one. No balls, one strike on Leone, who also has strong RBI total. Third in runs batted in behind, you guessed it, Roberto Garza Nunez and Jeremy Giesig. As that hits Leone again, 2 straight hit batters. So not the traditional way to get a runner in scoring position, but 2 straight hit batters. And now Helm, who struck out in his first at-bat, gets another chance with a runner in scoring position. Mound visit here for DubSea after 2 straight hit batters, trying to figure out what the problem is here. And they're probably scared of the man who has a day named after him. It's Travis Helm at the dish. Looking to be the hero on his own day. No matter what happens, we'll get him up here for a post-game interview.
Yeah, but a home run right here, something to drive in the runs, will be the icing on the cake.
Helm, not too much of a home run hitter, but does have 5 RBI on the West Coast League season, with a chance at more. A runner in scoring position, that's Eric Valdivia, who's not the fastest runner in the world, but can score on a single depending on where it's placed. So that next pitch nearly hits Helm again. Goes for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. That finds the zone for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looked a little bit inside on TrackMan, but gets the call. Yeah. That inside has gotten a couple calls. That one somehow doesn't for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. So the inside pitches, the zone very far inside, but very strict on the outside to right-handed hitters. So that 2-1 is taken for strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Travis Helm. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Tie ball game, 1-1. Reese's 2-2 delivery. That's flared into right. Orem goes to his left and secures the out. Valdivia thought about going, but returns to second. Leone, I think, thought Valdivia was headed for 3rd as he started sprinting for 2nd, but will return to the bag. So Julio Vasquez Jr. gets another crack.
Julio Vasquez Jr.
Walked in his first at-bat as part of a 3-walk first inning for the Lefties. Runner on second is Eric Valdivia. Runner on first is Jason Leone. Both reach base after getting hit by pitches. The first delivery to Vasquez. That's popped up high in the air to right. Orem giving chase and will secure it. So the Lefties get another runner in scoring position, not able to capitalize. We'll head to the top of the 4th, see where Travis Helm lines up defensively in this tied 1-1 ball game.
Tonight, Bennett, Grayson, and
Braden Orem at the dish. Travis Helm is manning second now as we get a bunch of defensive changes. Orem grounded out to the pitcher in his first at bat as he takes a strike from Ryan Wyke. It's Eric Valdivia back at first. Julio Vasquez Jr. now behind the plate. Ya Ramirez at third and Helm at second. As it now seems that the inside of the plate does not get the call for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Orem. The next delivery finds the zone for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This zone has been very, very erratic and inconsistent. The 1-2 as time is called. And Ryan Wyke is upset. He is yelling. Can't tell if that's at the batter or the umpire, but the umpire, late time called. The batter was in the batter's box, but then put his hands up for time. Wyke is upset. That was 1-2 delivery. That's popped up in the air, will go out of play. Count will remain the same. 1-1 ball game here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, it looked like Ryan Wyke was all set and ready to go.
He was in his throwing motion. As time is called again, he kind of tosses his glove as the home plate umpire.
Yeah, he's upset right now.
You can just tell by the look on his face. He's given the motion to Vasquez Jr. that he wants to move faster. The 1-2. That's hit up the middle. Helm gets a chance at another put-out. Fields tosses. Ruled safe. An infield single for Braden Orem. That was a bang-bang play. Good flash of the leather there from Helm.
Number 4, first baseman, Preston Crockett.
Now Preston Crockett up to the dish. No outs here in the inning. Crockett flew out to center in his first at-bat. Ya Ramirez at third creeped in as he lays down a bunt. Wyke will field. Think about second, but will throw to first to get the guaranteed out. So now 1 out in the inning. Wyke really wanted to retire Orem there, who's now the runner on second, but won't be able to. Now Andrew Carnes, who struck out in his first plate appearance, now facing Wyke for the first time. He delivers. That finds the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on the man out of Chaminade University, originally from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. 0-1. That hits Carnes in the back. So runners on first and second with 1 out. The double play still in play, though, yeah. Hunter Klingelhofer, who did ground out in his first plate appearance. Wyke will look to induce another one as he checks back in at second. First delivery is up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. For those just tuning in, it's Travis Helm day. So even though Travis Helm, not normally a second baseman, that's where he is today. Getting to play every single position. We see him at first, third, behind the plate, and now at second. The 1-0. Finds the zone at the knees for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. We saw Helm yesterday in right field. Made a couple of nice plays. So we'll see him in the outfield again later today. Wyke's 1-1 delivery. Runner goes from second. It's a good throw, but he slides in safely as the throw took Ramirez off the bag. So runners on first and third now. Count goes to 2-1 on Klingelhofer, who still leads this team in hits, stolen bases, and homers. He has some pop in his bat.
Double play still in effect here.
The 2-1. That's hit well to left. The left fielder Suzuki going back, but that'll get out of here. The team leader in homers gets another one as he sprints around the base paths. Not a slow trot for Klingelhofer. and notches his 5th homer of the year to give the Fish Sticks a 4-1 lead here in the top of the 4th. That one got out of here in a hurry.
Number 27, catcher, Matthew Bailey.
Now 8-hole hitter Matthew Bailey at the plate. That's when I was doing my research for this game, I found it interesting that Klingelhofer was out of the 7 hole. Obviously paid off for the Fish Sticks though, as Bailey squares up to bunt, pulls back, but still finds the zone. Let's see how Wyke responds. The 0-1. Wave and a miss for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Bailey reached base by way of an error just last inning and scored the game-tying run at the time.
We see White still pushing the pace here.
As that's a single that reaches in between the shortstop and third baseman for Bailey, who reaches base for the 2nd time today. And Don Bray headed out to the mound. Wyke shaking his head, though. He's upset. He wants to stay out there, but nonetheless, Lefties will bring in a new pitcher. Fish Sticks up on top here, 4-1. 4th inning, 1 out, and with a runner on at first. We'll take a quick break, introduce you to the new pitcher when he comes in. Pitching change for Port Angeles. This pitching change is sponsored by Clallam County Juvenile and Family Services. A child needs your help. You can be a voice for an abused or neglected child in Clallam County. Contact Clallam County Juvenile and Family Services Child Advocate Program to volunteer at 360-417-2282. That's 360-417-2282. So it's Jack Joyce on the mound here in the top of the 4th. Fish Sticks after a 3-run homer from Klingelhofer. Up 4-1 here. Andre Garza, the 9-hole hitter. First to face Joyce as there's a pickoff attempt on Bailey, who stands at first. Joyce out of Mount Hood Community College, pitching in his 11th game of the season, 3rd in non-league play. His first delivery to Garza. That's up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Travis Helm still at second despite the pitching change. No more major defensive substitutions. The 1-0 runner goes from first. That's hit into the outfield. Blair giving chase, dives, and nabs it for the second out of the inning. An impressive play from the Gold Glove winner out of Mount Hood Community College.
Well, he didn't win the Gold Glove for no reason there. That was a spectacular catch there by Blair. And now we have 2 outs and a little bit easier to work with for Jack Joyce.
From a teammate helping out a teammate, Zach Blair out of Mount Hood helping Jack Joyce out of Mount Hood secure that second out. Top of the order, Ty Rusco at the dish. The first delivery up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Rusco 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout. The 1-0 runner goes again, but it's a pitch well outside. Vasquez Jr. not even able to make an attempt there. So Bailey with the stolen base. He scored the first run for the Fish Sticks. And now back into scoring position. The gloveless Rusco at the dish. A long look at second, and the 2-0 delivery. Outs. Called a strike at a pitch that seemed very down in the way, but nonetheless gets the call. That might be the worst strike call I've ever seen. Is that next pitch outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. I'm speechless.
Similar spots there.
At that was closer to the strike zone than the strike call. A long look at second. Now the 3-1. Have to wait a minute. Doesn't know if he'll get the strike call, but ruled a ball 4. And now runners on first and second. Fish Sticks sending their 8th-hitter of the inning up to the plate. Jason Abner, 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout, but reached base on an error in the first inning. Runners on first and second for Abner. Joyce's first delivery. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. For those of you interested, All-Star Game, Major League Baseball going on today. American League winning 5-3 in the top of the 9th. Joyce's 1-0 delivery. Finds the zone for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The West Coast League All-Star Game is taking place tomorrow in Bellingham. Will be shown on MLB Network. Great way for these guys to get recognized on a major network. So that next pitch finds the zone for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you're wondering at home if that was indeed in the zone, it was not, according to TrackMan. Inside, but Joyce gets the call nonetheless. The 1-2. That's popped up in the air to shallow right. Helm with a chance to end the inning, and he does. On Travis Helm Day, he's done that a couple times. Inning-ending play in the field. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Lefties now trailing 4-1 will have to make a comeback.
That was horrible.
Bottom of the fourth. 7, 8, 9 hitters for Port Angeles due up. Brock Mayer at the dish. He grounded out in his first at-bat. Still looking for his first hit of the season. After, again, having a strong average for the Lefties last year. Finds the zone for strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Still Reese on the mound. He's been looking good. Only the 1 run against him. And loops that curveball in for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Actually ruled a ball there. 1 ball, 1 strike. The next delivery. Have to wait a second in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The next delivery. Down low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. I mean, Dylan, have you seen much worse strike ball calling?
I won't say much worse, but it's definitely interesting from this crew tonight.
That's fouled off for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
They've made some interesting calls that I haven't normally seen. So we're in for a treat tonight.
It is Travis Helm Day. Anything can happen. Pitchers can hit. Fielders can pitch. And it's Brock Mayer, the pitcher, at the plate. And draws a walk. Gets on base for the first time today. And the Lefties have a leadoff runner on.
Now batting, number 44, designated hitter, Riley Ricken.
And now Riley Ricken. At the plate for his second at-bat of the day. Struck out in his first at-bat and swings and misses at that one for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Steps out of the box and loosens up a little bit.
He's being a little aggressive here. I know he wants to hit, but he's got to be patient.
The 0-1 delivery. That's popped up in the air into foul territory. Carnes giving chase, but will go out of play. So quickly 0-2. Ricken, a left-handed pitcher, facing off against a left-handed pitcher.
And remember, he almost hit yesterday, but unfortunately the lefty struck out and ended the inning. But he's up today.
He was in the on-deck circle to pinch hit, but the inning didn't get to him as Brock Mayer has to slide back in safely. Brock Mayer is a good runner. Last time he appeared not on the mound, he was a pinch runner and scored a run. The 0-2. Breaking ball outside the zone for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Fish Sticks up 4-1. Lefties with their runner on. The 1-2. Outside the zone again for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we've seen mostly right-handed hitters with the interesting strike ball calls. It's been pretty consistent with left-handed hitters. A lot better on that side of the plate. It's that 2-2. Outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, a good call there. The home plate umpire has called that a strike at some point tonight. But the count goes full. Ricken working the count. The next delivery, he swings and misses for his second strikeout of the day. So 1 out here in the inning. And now Zach Blair, the 9-hole hitter, gets another crack.
Zach Blair.
Who made a fantastic, dazzling, spectacular diving play in the outfield to secure an out. Now looking to show off those skills on the base paths. As Brock Mayer slides back in safely off of that pickoff attempt. Blair, mentioned in the first inning, draws a good number of walks and hit by pitches. 12 of each in West Coast League play. A great pickoff attempt there, but it pulls the first baseman, Crockett, off the bag, and Mayer slides back in safely. Blair, 3rd in the West Coast League in terms of hit by pitches. So that finds the zone for strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Lefties have already been hit by 2 pitches today. They're 4th in the West Coast League in that stat. So that next one is down low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the man at the dish is a big reason for that. Ethan Kadama, who's not in the starting lineup, also with a good number of hit by pitches. He has 8. That's 2nd on the team. Another pickoff attempt. The Fish Sticks are worried about Brock Mayer, or they're thinking because he's a pitcher, they can catch him lacking. But Mayer did a good job diving back in safely. So the count remains 1-1. The next delivery is fouled off for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Blair this morning participated in a bowling event tournament here at Laurel Lanes, a local Port Angeles bowling alley. He, Cade Stewart, and John Vara were all there bowling with the community. Mayer headed to second on that pitch, but Blair fouls it off, and the count will remain the same, and Mayer will have to return to first.
You can just tell he's just ready to go. He took off very fast. And notice Mayer's got a big lead off there. I think that's why they're trying to pick him off, because they notice he's got that big lead off, but Mayer's just too fast.
So we'll see if Mayer goes off with this next pitch. Blair, a speedy runner himself. The 1-2 delivery. Up high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mayer stayed patient there and remained at first. Another pickoff attempt. The man on the mound, Blake Reese, has a good move, but Mayer is so far a better base runner.
I don't think I've seen his jersey this dirty.
And that 2-2 pitch is hit towards the right side. Will get past the diving Garza. Mayer will stop at second, and that's a single for Zach Blair. 2 runners now on with only 1 out for the Lefties. Top of the order, Kosei Suzuki up to the dish. 0 for 1 on the day with a walk in the first inning, but was stranded, actually erased on a ground out.
Remember in the last at-bat, Kosei Suzuki, he had the 3-0 count and somehow struck out. If he gets ahead in this count, he's got to be willing to get on base and try to see if he can get on base and get a rally going.
So Suzuki looking to notch his first hit of the afternoon, and waves and misses at that one for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Suzuki had a really good freshman year at Frank Phillips College. Still trying to completely find his stroke as he fouls that one off for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. He's hitting .229 in West Coast League play. Again, 3rd on the team with his 27 hits. So he's getting the base hits and a good number of opportunities. But this is after hitting .344 with 13 jacks and 55 RBI at Frank Phillips College. But he has the potential to be one of Port Angeles' best hitters in the second half. The 0-2 outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lefties, of course, with a 5-4 record in the West Coast League second half. This game does not count towards that, as it is a non-league game. The 1-2, that's chopped foul. Nearly a good play from third base coach Adrian Alvarez Jr.
Trying to relive his glory days.
Adrian Alvarez Jr., a high school baseball coach in Southern California, but got the call to come up here with head coach Donald Bray. The 1-2. That's it, opposite field to right. Orem giving chase. Won't be able to get there. And Mayer rounding third, being waved home. Blair, a speedy runner, will stop at third. And that's a RBI double for Kosei Suzuki to score Brock Mayer and send Zach Blair to third.
Just what the lefties needed after that last half inning. Get the momentum back, shifting you away, and start to chip at this deficit.
So now the deficit only down to 2. Fish Sticks still up 4-2 after going up 4-1 off of a 3-run homer in the top of the 4th. Now Ramirez with a chance to tie it here. Already mentioned it, he's been one of the most clutch hitters for Port Angeles in the big situations. The first delivery to him, down and in for ball 1. Ramirez 0 for 1 on the day with a walk in the first inning and a run scored. Looking to drive home some more runs here, though. The 1-0. That's waved at and missed for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ramirez with a 3-game hitting streak. To tie a season long in terms of longest hitting streak. That's at risk here. The 1-1 up high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now on Ramirez, who's playing a bunch of different positions today. Started at second base, but then moved over to third to make way for Travis Helm on Travis Helm Day. The 2-1. That's fouled off for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a good time to talk about it. It is indeed Travis Helm Day. Lefties trying to celebrate a player who's heading into his final year of college eligibility. Soon to be a senior at Central Washington. But for now, it's Ramirez. So that 2-2 pitch loops into the zone and gets Ramirez looking on the strikeout. Good pitch there from Reese to send down Ramirez.
Yeah, Ramirez looked like he didn't agree with that call, but it is what it is. Now we have Eric Valdivia on him.
Eric Valdivia 0 for 1 on the day with a hit by pitch. The first delivery to him. Another strike called on the breaking ball for Reese. No balls, 1 strike to the man out of Chaffey College, who has a 4-game hitting streak in all of his Lefties games, as he hits this towards the left side. And Rusco will field and throw it to the first baseman, Crockett, and end the inning. Lefties do play to run, but strand 2 runners in scoring position. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning. Fish Sticks still up 4-2. Travis Helm is at short now, so we've seen him play every single infield position. We've seen him behind the plate, at first, at third, at second, and now at shortstop. Jack Joyce still on the mound. First pitch to Brandon McKinley is fouled off for strike one. No balls, 1 strike. So Travis Helm, more than halfway through playing all 9 defensive positions. This is his 5th.
And he hasn't looked bad playing those infield positions.
He's closed out a couple of innings.
He's actually, yes, I was going to say, he saved the lefties a couple of times. So big day for him.
It was a pop out to him at second base in the 4th inning. As McKinley a little bit hobbled after fouling that one off. See Jack Joyce on the mound, tossing a little bit with Travis Helm. Athletic trainer Sydney Mooring peeking out of the dugout, making a walk over to see if McKinley needs any aid as she's making the full jog now.
Yeah, it looked like that ball might have just like hit him in the ankle when he went to. Those ones are going to sting, but he looks like he'll be fine. He'll get right back in the box. But, you know, Sydney, as usual, just double checking and making sure everything's okay.
One of the best in the business. And she's humble, too. We tried to ask her if she wanted to get on the mic. A little bit camera shy, though. We'll be able to crack her at some point. Good friend of ours, a co-intern of ours. We're all interns here. Dylan and I in the booth. Analytics intern Tyler Shima also in the booth with us. Sydney and a couple of sport management interns.
We'll be able to crack them all in the booth.
The 0-1. That's up high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. I've already interviewed Tyler at one point. He's the only intern we've had up here in the booth for an interview at least. Obviously, Dylan, the fans at home have to listen to our voice every single day. So thanks for bearing with us this season. More than halfway. That next pitch in there for strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McKinley seems to be okay after fouling that one off his ankle. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out and a ground out. Joyce is 2-2. Down and in for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As a matter of fact, Ryan Wyke, who we saw on the mound, one of the sport management interns, he doubles. So that next pitch inside for ball 4. So we did have him up here in the booth. I guess I ruled that a player interview and not an intern interview, but technically
50-50. We'll give it to him.
We've interviewed 2 interns. Ryan Wyke, of course, a good friend of ours.
We're going to get all the interns interviewed here. For all of you watching at home.
Now a leadoff walk here in the 5th inning. Braden Oram at the dish as he squares up to bunt but pulls back. Ruled a ball there as he pulls back in time. Jason Leone is now at third. Was creeping in there as he saw Oram square up to bunt. There's a pickoff attempt, but McKinley slides back in safely. McKinley with 6 stolen bases for the Fish Sticks this season. Only had 1 at Bellevue College, though. We'll see if he goes here. The 1-0 delivery. That's outside. That'll be a wild pitch, and McKinley will take second. No steal necessary there. So a runner in scoring position and no outs here for DubSea. Fish Sticks already up 4-2 in the top of the 5th. Nearly halfway through this one. For the other defensive changes that needed to be made for Travis Helm to take short, Yacht Ramirez back at second. The 2-0 pitch inside for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes on Orm, who's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a run scored. The next delivery finds the zone for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike now on the right fielder out of Lower Columbia College. Teammates with Lefties pitcher Aiden Anderson. Joyce's 3-1 delivery. That's hit well towards left. Suzuki will get under it and retire the first out of this inning. So still a runner in scoring position for DubSea after that hard hit line out but now 1 out in the inning. Preston Crockett, 0 for 2 on the day, up to the dish out of the University of Puget Sound. So the Fish Sticks are up here 4-2 after a 3-run shot from Hunter Klingelhofer last inning. Crockett grounded out in the 4th. He was the first out in that frame. So first pitch to him finds the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Joyce's next delivery. That's fouled off for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So Joyce, this is a good tune-up outing for him in a non-league game. First time he's pitched since July 6th versus Bellingham. So had a couple of days off to recuperate. And now back out for his 11th appearance on the mound. His 0-2. Inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the right-handed hitter, who again, it's been a generous zone on the inside to right-handed hitters. That might be why Jack Joyce was trying to attack that part and get the call. The 1-2. That's fouled off. Crockett staying alive. Excuse me, Jack Joyce did actually pitch on July 9th at Kamloops, but did not record an out. Only faced 1 batter in that one. So pitched a little bit more recently than July 6th, a week ago. It is 1-2. That's fouled off again. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So Joyce, into his 2nd inning of work, replaced Ryan Wyke on the mound in the 4th. Secured the last couple of outs in that frame. Now looking to get through the top of the 5th. Will have to strand a runner if he wants to do it scoreless. So that next pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The MLB draft wrapped up today. Lefties saw 4 alums taken in the 2024 MLB draft. 2-2 pitch, it swung on a miss for the 2nd out of this inning. So it was Luke Jewett. He became the 9th Port Angeles alum to be selected in the MLB draft. He was the first one off the board. Colorado Rockies selected him in the 8th round, number 228 overall. I'll tell you about the other 3 after this next delivery from Joyce to Andrew Carnes. A long look at second. Now here it comes. Blocked by Vasquez Jr., but it squirts away from him, and McKinley takes 3rd on that wild pitch. The other 3 guys drafted, all drafted today, 11th rounds to the Boston Red Sox out of Cal Poly SLO, Stephen Brooks. And then in the 14th round, the Detroit Tigers selected Preston Howie out of St. Mary's. We'll tell you about this last guy after this 1-0. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And the final Port Angeles alum, Liam Paddock, selected by the Chicago White Sox in the 18th round out of Gonzaga. The 2-0 nearly clips the laces of Carnes, but will go for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. So the Lefties have 2 guys up in AAA. No major league call-ups just yet. 3-0 pitch inside for ball 4. So 2 outs here in the frame with runners on 1st and 3rd. But Damiano Palmigiani and Frankie Scalzo Jr., Port Angeles alums, both at AAA. As Adrian Alvarez Jr., the assistant coach, headed to talk to Jack Joyce. He's shaking his head on the mound. Obviously upset gives us a little bit more time to talk about Palmigiani and Scalzo Jr. Palmigiani hitting .230 this season, 40 runs, 41 RBI, and 14 homers in the Blue Jays organization at AAA. Scalzo Jr., on the other hand, out of Grand Canyon, had an excellent start to the year in the Cubs organization. Was scoreless through 26 innings in AA, 21 scoreless appearances, and got the call up to AAA. And he has a solid 3.68 ERA across 7 games with the Iowa Cubs. Scalzo Jr. still with a sub-1 ERA overall on the year between AA and AAA. So Palmigiani, that .230 average probably won't get him called up to the major leagues anytime soon. But for Scalzo Jr., he's itching, has already been raised to the next level this season. Chance he gets to go to an even further level in the near future. So a long mound visit there between Adrian Alvarez Jr., Jack Joyce, and the entire infield. But that conversation is over. Hunter Klingelhofer, who has been the hero today for the Fish Sticks, 1 for 2 with a homer last inning, a 3-run shot over the left field wall to put his squad on top. Joyce still on the mound with runners on first and third and 2 outs. The first delivery down low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on DubSea's home run leader, Klingelhofer out of Linfield University. The 1-0. That's down and away for ball 2. Blocked well by Vasquez Jr. to keep McKinley at third and Carnes at first. Big spot here for Jack Joyce to keep the deficit for the Lefties at only 2 runs. He kicks and deals. That hits Klingelhofer, and the bases will be loaded for Matthew Bailey. And now Don Bray will make the call to the bullpen, calling in a righty. So the Fish Sticks up 4-2 with the bases loaded here in the top of the 5th. Matthew Bailey due up at the plate. Pitching change for Port Angeles. This pitching change is sponsored by Domino's. Too busy to make dinner? Knock down one more Domino and eat the same food your Port Angeles Lefties eat. Domino's Pizza. Put your trust in the pizza delivery experts and order Domino's today. It's Alden Riggs on the bump for the Lefties in a big spot, bases loaded. But while we're at it, talking about the MLB draft, 54 West Coast League alumni selected in this year's draft, including the #1 overall pick, Travis Bazzana out of Oregon State. He played for the Corvallis Knights, selected 1-1 by the Cleveland Guardians, one of 2 first-round picks for the West Coast League. Now Matthew Bailey, 1 for 2 on the day with a single, an error, reached, and a run scored as he fouls that first pitch off for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. So Riggs only pitching in his 4th game for the Lefties. 4.50 ERA, all in West Coast League play. 2 innings, no hits, 1 run that was earned, and 3 strikeouts. That one finds the zone for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now here in the top of the 5th. As the hitter, Matthew Bailey, exits the batter's box to talk to his third base coach about strategy. That last pitch was well below the zone according to TrackMan, but Riggs got the call there. So with that visit there, they're not allowed to make any more. Their number is up. Riggs 0-2 delivery. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the West Coast League had a player drafted in every single round except the second. The 1-2. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a pretty good mark. A good chunk of them drafted on day 2 and day 3. As Riggs delivers that 2-2, is fouled off. The count will remain the same.
Shows you just how great this league is.
Large number of guys headed to the big leagues at some point. Lefties, again, still looking for their first big league guy. Have had a good history of getting players drafted, but new squad to the West Coast League, still looking for their first MLBer as that next pitch down low for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. All the runners on the base paths, and there are 3 of them. We'll be off with this next pitch. Matthew Bailey, the catcher, looking to start something here. That next pitch finds the zone, gets the call, and Riggs breaks out of the bases loaded jam. So the Fish Sticks still up 4-2, but we're halfway through this one. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Jason Leone, Travis Hellman, Julio Vasquez Jr. due up. Bottom of the 5th inning. We're halfway through this one. DubSea with a 4-2 lead. Jason Leone, the first hitter who gets another crack on Blake Reese, who's been dealing so far, just the 2 runs to his name. Leone Swings and misses at that first pitch. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a hit by pitch. So looking for a multi-hit day for the man out of Cal State Bakersfield. The 0-1 is grounded towards the left side. Carnes will scoop it up and toss it over to Crockett for the first out of the inning. And so the man of the hour, Travis Helm. It's Travis Helm Day here at Civic Field.
Travis Helm.
He's 0 for 2 on the day. Looking to get his first knock of his day. The first delivery. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Helm also played basketball in high school. Was the center for the team as that hits him. And so he'll reach base on his day. Still yet to notch that hit. But we'll get a couple more opportunities. And now Julio Vasquez Jr. up to the dish.
Julio Vasquez Jr.
In West Coast League play, Vasquez Jr. has reached base in all but one game. He is more than one at bat in. There's been a couple times where he's only had one chance in pinch hit situations and hasn't reached base, but he's done a good job getting on the base paths for the Lefties as he pops this one up in the infield. First baseman Crockett tracking it and will secure it for the second out of the inning. Vasquez kind of slammed his bat down there. Was a little bit upset with himself. Now Brock Mayer, 0 for 1 on the day with a walk and a run scored. Scored the Lefties' second run of the evening. Still looking for his first hit of the season. The first delivery. Taken, a 4-strike, no balls, 1 strike. The next delivery, that's hit up the middle. There goes a hit for Brock Mayer. And the Lefties dugout will celebrate. All smiles on his face.
That one had some pop to it.
Now batting.
And Ethan Kadama out of the dugout, celebrating too. That's a good moment. Good, trying to get the baseball. Brock Mayer shaking his head. Lefties trying to have a little bit of fun here with their teammate. Let's see if they do it for Riley Ricken, who's still looking for his first hit of the season. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of punch-outs. The first delivery. Inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the lefty. Check back in at second. The 1-0. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So Ricken, usually a pitcher only. We've seen him as a starter. We've seen him as a reliever. Now at the plate and a 2-0 count. There is a mound visit here for the Fish Sticks. Fish Sticks have had a good number of coaching visits in this one. There is a limit on how many they can take. We'll see how close they are to reaching that limit.
They've seemed to have been taking quite a bit today.
And this is a non-league game, so we'll see if we officially followed the rules, but technically that was the last official coaching visit that they can make. But again, in a non-league game, we'll see how heavily that is enforced. So the count goes to 2-0 on Ricken. Runners are on first and second. Ricken looking for a big hit here. That one is up. Will need to get a pitch to hit if he wants to drive it. But the count goes to 3-0 now.
And we know Ricken's got that power.
He's a big guy, stands at 6'6" in the left-handed batter's box. 3-0. That one finds the zone. Ricken taking all the way, does not get the green light. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now on Ricken. Restrides and shoots. That's waved at and missed for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count goes full. Runners will be off. With this pitch, that's Travis Helm on second. Looking to score a run on Travis Helm Day, and Brock Mayer at first. Time is called. We'll reset. Ricken getting into the dirt. The payoff pitch. Curveball inside. Reese really wanted that call, but Ricken reaches base. The bases will be loaded for the 9-hole hitter, Zach Blair, who's already notched a hit today. He's 1 for 2 with a 4th inning single. Big spot for him. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Lefties down by 2. Blair looking to tie it up. So that pitch in the opposite batter's box for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So Blair now, after that single, 3 hits in non-league play, looking for another. The 1-0. That hits Blair. Has 12 hit-by pitches in league play and gets another one here. And the Lefties played a run. Instant mound visit here for the Fish Sticks. Potentially to be a pitching change as Travis Helm comes around to score on his day to make it a 1-run deficit for the Lefties. Indeed, a new pitcher coming in. Lefties will have the bases loaded with the top of the order coming up when we come back.
Number 12.
Micah Hagler on the mound now for the Fish Sticks. Lefties down by 1 run. Hagler pitching in his 8th game for DubSea. That first pitch to Suzuki finds the zone. This is Hagler's first game out of the bullpen. 7 games, 7 starts heading in to this one. 2.40 ERA across 30 innings. The 0-1. That's popped up in the air to right. Orem will take a couple steps in and end the inning. So Lefties get another run, but it's not enough to tie this one up. Fish Sticks will take a 4-3 lead as we head to the top of the 6th.
And we're going to do some Travis Helm trivia. Are you ready?
think you got it.
Don't repeat that, or you'll get me in trouble.
Yeah, I got that.
Alden Riggs back on the bump for Port Angeles. Travis Helm now in left field as he tries to make his way around the ballpark. So the Fish Sticks up 4-3 here in the top of the sixth. Kosei Suzuki moves to second as Helm moves to left. Andre Garza, the 9-hole hitter and second baseman. First pitch to him. Ruled the ball, and he grounds us towards the left side. Jason Leone charges in, throws it over to Valdivia, and retires Garza. So quickly, 1 out in the inning for Alden Riggs, who's out for his second inning of work. Now, top of the order, due up, Ty Rusko. 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a walk.
Have we seen Travis Helm play left field yet this year?
I don't think we have. As Riggs delivers, and first pitch is grounded to Valdivia at first, who will take it himself. Quickly, 2 outs now. So we saw Helm play right field yesterday, but I don't think we've seen him play any other outfield positions. And to my knowledge, yesterday was the first time he played in right this season. So now a pinch hitter for DubSea. It's Luke Malzewski as that first pitch taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike on Malzewski out of Whitman College, a D3 school in the Northwest Conference. 0-1 finds the zone. Quickly 0-2. This has been a quick frame thus far for Riggs. Let's see if he can close it out. His next delivery down in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Malzewski hitting at .257 on the season after hitting only .067 at Whitman College this past year. That finds the zone for strike 3 to end the inning. A very quick and efficient inning for Alden Riggs on the mound. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. He gets the broken bat change after breaking a bat on the ground out earlier in this frame. Lefties will send Yao Ramirez, Eric Valdivia, and Jason Leone up to the dish.
It's pronounced Alden? I didn't know that.
Lefties have tightened this one up a little bit more. It's a 4-3 ball game. DubSea on top in the bottom of the 6th. The first pitch to Yao Ramirez, waved at and foul tipped for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Ramirez 0 for 2 on the day. They walk, a run scored, and a strikeout. Looking to extend his hitting streak to 4 games as he grounds it up the middle. Garza will collect it and retire Ramirez as he throws it over to Crockett. So now 1 out in the inning quickly. The top of the 6th inning went by very fast.
Let's hope the bottom of the 6th doesn't go fast.
Well, the last time we talked about that, it worked out for the Lefties. Put up 6 runs in the 9th inning to walk it off. Eric Valdivia at the plate. Takes one down low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Valdivia 0 for 2 on the day with a hit by pitch. So that next one outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The next delivery finds the zone for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's still Micah Hagler on the bump for the Fish Sticks. The 2-1. That's grounded up the middle to Garza, who has a chance at his second put out of the inning and completes that chance. So Valdivia will head back to the dugout. Micah Hagler just finished his freshman year at Bellevue College. Stands at 6'4" on the mound, an imposing presence out there. And Jason Leone will get a crack at him. Leone 1 for 2 on the day with a single, a hit by pitch, and a ground out. Hagler's first delivery. Down and away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So Leone out of Cal State Bakersfield. The Roadrunners. The 1-0. Down low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Lefties just recently added another Cal State Bakersfield man to the roster. He hasn't made his way up to Port Angeles yet, though, as Leone swings and misses at that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's Jared Bujanda out of Cal State Bakersfield. The 2-1. Check swing, but he was able to hold back. Still called a strike, though. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th. Leone trying to avoid a 1-2-3 frame here. The next delivery. That's lined towards the left side, and Rusco fields it cleanly. So we'll head to the top of the 7th. We're 2/3 the way through this one. Fish Sticks up 4-3. We'll see where Travis Helm ends up next.
These fans, our last game on Travis Helm.
Alden Riggs still on the mound. He's been looking good so far for Port Angeles and gets another chance to start an inning. Brandon McKinley, 0 for 2 on the day with the walk, takes the first pitch for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. McKinley, the 3-hole hitter, was stranded at third in the 5th inning. The 0-1. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. on the man out of Bellevue College. The next delivery, that's popped up in the air, is playable. Spencer Dickinson giving chase, as is Alden Riggs, but that'll land on the netting above home plate. So Spencer Dickinson replaces Eric Valdivia at first. In left goes Zach Blair, and you can see him on camera. It's Travis Helm in center. You can see the back of his head at least. So 1-2 is the count on McKinley. The next delivery, just outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Helm has yet to pitch and play right field today. Here in the 7th inning, the 2-2 up high again for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count goes full on McKinley, the DH today. Riggs working efficiently. His next pitch is popped up in the air, but that will go right in front of us in the press box. Actually hits the top of the press box here.
You know, one of these days it was going to happen. We didn't know it was going to happen today. Luckily it didn't go through the window here.
That would have had some crazy physics for that to happen, as that pitch is fouled off. So Riggs trying to keep this a 1-run deficit for the Lefties. Fish Sticks went up off of a 3-run homer in the 4th. We're now in the top of the 7th. The full count pitch. That's fouled off again. McKinley doing a good job staying alive. This will be the 9th pitch of this at-bat. Let's see who comes out on top. The next delivery up high, and McKinley will draw his 2nd walk of the evening.
Now batting, number 0, right fielder, Braden Orem.
Braden Orem, 1 for 3 on the day with a single and a run scored. Scored on that 4th inning, 3-run homer for DubSea. Gets another chance. Riggs' next delivery squares up to bunt. Orem does, but pulls back at a pitch high. So count goes to 1-0 on the man wearing number 0. You don't see too many baseball players sport number 0. That's what Orem's doing for the Fish Sticks. The 1-0. He squares up to bunt, gets it down, but foul for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Lefties have thrown out a couple recent high school graduates here. Riggs and McCormick, who started this one. Orem squares up to bunt again. The runner goes as he pulls back. It's a low throw, though, from Vasquez. And McKinley gets a stolen base. So a non-league game is a good time. Number 1 for Travis Helm Day, but number 2 for these guys who hasn't been on the mound too much for the Lefties. Get another opportunity. Orem squares up to bunt again, gets it down directly to the mound. Riggs will field. It's a long throw and gets him by a step. Suzuki covering first there.
Great hustle play there by Spencer Dickinson. He knew the bunt was coming and he came in really hard and really fast.
Just eked past him, so it was Riggs who delivered that strike, but Dickinson right there too. And now there's another pinch hitter. It's number 34, Logan Pierce. Riggs delivers a ball low. 1 ball, no strikes now. Infielders drawn in here. The 1-0. Finds the outer edge for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So we've had a couple of pinch hitting changes. The 1-1 is hit up the middle, gets past the glove of Riggs, and the Fish Sticks will take a 5-3 lead as McKinley comes around to score on that single from the pinch hitter. Logan Pierce. And another pinch hitter here for DubSea. That's Kellen Krebs out of the University of Puget Sound. Riggs deals up high for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. So Krebs is teammates with Preston Crockett. The man we just saw got subbed out for Logan Pierce. Down low for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. So Crockett and Krebs both had 8 hit by pitches at the University of Puget Sound. Tied for the team lead in that category. The 2-0 pitch is taken for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. So the Fish Sticks seem to like to pick people who can get hit by the pitch. It's been the Lefties who have drawn more hit by pitches today. And we saw the Fish Sticks draw one earlier, as he swings and misses at that one for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Kellen Krebs. Hitting 200 on the year. The 2-2. That's fouled off towards the Lefties dugout. Count will remain the same. So Krebs 8 for 40 with 12 runs, a homer, 9 RBI, 8 walks, and 16 strikeouts to his name. Riggs looking to secure the second out of this frame, as that's fouled off again by Krebs, who's staying in this one. So Krebs, originally from Lake Oswego, Oregon, went to Lake Oswego High School. It's also where my dad went to high school. Lake Oswego, a good program down there. The 2-2. Up high for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. My cousin also currently goes to Lake Oswego High School, so family ties between me and Kellen Krebs at the plate. Riggs' full count pitch. That's rocketed but foul down the right field line. So we'll do another full count pitch from Riggs. First home plate umpire will have to retrieve more baseballs. So Krebs just finished his sophomore year at the University of Puget Sound. So he's been with the Loggers for a couple of years. A long hold from Riggs. That next pitch is up high for ball 4. So a pair of walks this frame. And Don Bray is headed out to the mound, likely to make a pitching change. Fish Sticks up 5-3 here in the top of the 7th with 1 out. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher when he comes in.
Hunter Klingenhoff.
Jake Cumming on the mound for the Lefties. Big spot here. Fish Sticks up 5-3 in the top of the 7th. Hunter Klingelhofer at the dish. He squares up to bunt, but pulls it back and hits it down the left field line. Blair giving chase, but that will go foul. Klingelhofer with some spot. Popping his bat, 1 for 2 on the day with a 3-run homer in the 4th inning and a hit by pitch. Count goes to 0-1 on him. Cumming, normally a starter, but out of the bullpen today. He's a hard thrower. The 0-1 delivery. Outside for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike, 93 miles per hour on that pitch. Cumming last went out on July 12th, just 4 days ago, through 5 innings. So on somewhat short rest, but he is out of the bullpen today. So that next pitch is dirty and gets the call for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That will play. Coming out of the University of Nevada, Reno, a Division I school, and he just showed why. He has the arm talent, the velocity. Can be an elite arm if he finds some control. The 1-2. Just high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 93 miles per hour there. With Cumming out of the bullpen, he can expend the arm a little bit more, potentially throw a little bit faster. Let's see what he can reach here as both runners go. Won't even draw a throw from Julio Vasquez Jr. on a pitch. Down and in. So Krebs will be at second, Pierce at third. A couple of pinch hitters. And they're both in scoring position now. The double play out of the question. Klingelhofer at the plate. The full count pitch up high, and it'll load the bases. So 3 walks in this inning for the Fish Sticks. And now the 8-hole hitter, Matthew Bailey. 1 for 3 on the day with a single, reached base on an error, scored a run, and a strikeout. Adrian Alvarez Jr., assistant coach, setting the defense. Now Cummings' first delivery. Taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike on Bailey. Out of Lower Columbia College. The 0-1. Outside for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Bailey, teammates with Lefties pitcher Aiden Anderson at Lower Columbia. Bailey just finished his freshman year up there with the Red Devils. Hit .233. The 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Appeal sent down to the field umpire. Did not. Fans upset here at Civic Field. Thought he went around. But that'll go for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Bailey, the 8-hole hitter, who now has hits in 2 straight games. And there's some jeers. The field umpire yelling at the Lefties dugout, telling them to quiet their mouths pretty much.
It was an interesting call. We've seen quite a few interesting calls by this crew today.
So the count is 2-1 on Bailey. Cummings, next delivery. That's hit into the outfield. Blair giving chase, and tagging up is Pierce. He's headed for the plate. The throw from Blair will get cut off, and the Fish Sticks have their 6th run of this evening. Pierce coming around to score on that sacrifice fly from Matthew Bailey. So 2 outs now in the inning. That was a hard hit ball.
Number 3, second baseman, Andre Garza.
And goes for a sac fly. So now 9-hole hitter Andre Garza at the dish, 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, a fly out to center, and a ground out. Cumming looking to retire Garza for the 4th time tonight. First delivery in there for strike. on the breaking ball. No balls, 1 strike, 80 miles per hour on the gun. And he's hit 93 here today. So can change speeds quickly. Runners on first and second, the 0-1. That's right down central for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second, Kellen Krebs is getting a big lead on the base paths. We saw Kosei Suzuki, the second baseman, attempting a pickoff there. Did not get the look from Cumming, though. It's a big lead there. The 0-2. That's hit into the outfield. Helm coming in. Won't be able to snag that one. Runner coming home is Krebs. And Klingelhofer will head to third. So Krebs scores on that RBI single from Andre Garza. The Fish Sticks have put up 3 runs this inning and now have a 7-3 lead here in the top of the 7th with 2 outs.
Would have been cool to see Travis Helm do something like Zach Blair did with the diving catch, but
not used to making diving plays out there in the outfield, unfortunately. Top of the order, Ty Rusko at the plate. First one there up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Rusko 1 for 3 on the day with a single, a strikeout, and a walk. Cumming looking to end this inning. Lefties already down by 4. They've shown their mettle in breaking out of deficits, but will have to do so in a big way here today if they want to win on Travis Helm Day. That next pitch goes for ball 2. It's low and inside. Runners on first and third for the Fish Sticks. Rusko looking to break this game open. The 2-0. Finds the zone for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Only 90 miles per hour on that pitch. So we've seen Cumming hit as high as 93. That fastball goes for the big 9-0. He kicks and deals. Runner goes from first. Vasquez Jr. won't even throw it. And so that's a stolen base for Andre Garza. Garza, that was his first stolen base of this season after notching 14 of them at Wenatchee Valley Community College. The 3-1 from Cumming. That's popped up in the air to left. Blair out there and will end the inning. So it's time to stretch. The Fish Sticks put 3 more on the board and will take a 7-3 lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
Everyone stand up.
It's Travis Helm on Travis Helm Day, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a run scored in the 5th inning. Fish Sticks are down 7-3, up 7-3 over the Lefties. Lefties trailing by 4 have 9 more outs to try to make a comeback. The first delivery to the man of the day, up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Still Hagler on the bump. His 1-0 delivery. Down low for ball 2. So we mentioned Hagler. This is his first appearance out of the bullpen, but obviously, traditionally a starter can go deep into this one. So that finds the zone for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. His longest outing of the year, 6 innings, where he earned the win. That's put up in the air to center. Klingelhofer will go to his right. And it's hanging up there and will retire Travis Helm. A hard hit ball, but falls to the glove of Klingelhofer.
Now batting, number 24, catcher, Julio Vasquez Jr.
So Krebs stays in the game at third base. Logan Pierce at first. So first pitch to Julio Vasquez Jr. finds the outer edge for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Vasquez Jr. 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. The next delivery. That's a bad call there. Goes for strike 2, well outside according to TrackMan. The 0-2 delivery. Blocked well by Bailey behind the plate for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's John Hayden calling balls and strikes. Has had a couple of questionable ones here today. The 1-2. That's jam shot in the infield. Third baseman Krebs will drop it. And Vasquez Jr. will reach first on the error. So the lefties get a base runner. It was a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th offensively for the lefties. So looking to break out of that, we'll call it a little bit of a slump there. Brock Mayer, who notched his first hit of this season at the plate in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2 on the day with that single, a walk and a run scored. Now's a chance with runners on. The first pitch. Down and away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. On the man headed to Point Loma Nazarene University, a D2 school, originally out of Chaffee College. Hagler kicks and deals. Doesn't get the call there for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now. So there was a pitch on Vasquez Jr. that was outside. That was called a strike. That one looked like it clipped the outer edge, but was ruled a ball. The 2-0 is hit up in the air to center. Klingelhofer barely has to move, though, and will retire Brock Mayer for the 2nd out of the frame. So Riley Ricken up to the dish. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Saw Brock Mayer notch his first hit of the season earlier in this one. Ricken looking to do the same out of the 8 hole. Ricken, a left-handed hitter, looking to do some damage here. Vasquez Jr. is at first. The first pitch is hit up the middle, and it will be stabbed at by Rusko, who tosses it to second and retires Vasquez Jr. Flash of the leather there from Ty Rusko to end the inning. So we'll head to the top of the 8th, see where Travis Helm ends up. Fish Sticks up 7-3.
Too busy to make.
Cummings' first delivery to Malzewski, finds the zone for strike one. No balls, one strike here. In the top of the 8th, Fish Sticks up 7-3, coming back out on the mound. The 0-1. That's chopped up the left side. Cumming will field. It'll be a tough play. He throws it over the head of Dickinson, and Malzewski will head to second as Dickinson goes and retrieves it. So a single for Malzewski plus an error on Jake Cumming. So the Fish Sticks get another runner on, already up by 4 runs. And now Brandon McKinley, 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of walks and a run scored. The DH for the Fish Sticks today. Originally from Woodinville High School. Cumming kicks and deals. That's up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So Cumming, similar to the man in his battery and the man in center, Travis Helm, a returner to Port Angeles, pitched for the Lefties last season. Only played in 3 games, 11 innings, and 19 strikeouts. He has some punch-out abilities. That 1-0 pitch, down and away for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And Cumming appeared in 8 games at Nevada Reno this past year, 14 2/3 innings with 17 strikeouts. The 2-0 runner goes from second. The throw from Vasquez Jr. is a good one, and he gets the out. Good tag there by Ya Ramirez to retire Malzewski on the base paths. That was Vasquez's 3rd caught stealer of the year. So the count goes to 2-1. Cummings' next delivery. That's fouled off for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. So we already mentioned it, Travis Hellman, center, was a 2-sport athlete. Cumming was a 3-sport standout in high school. Also played football and basketball. He is the height for it. He's at 6'4". He is 2-2. That's grounded towards the left side. Ramirez will gobble it up and sling it over to Dickinson and retire McKinley for the 2nd out of the top of the 8th inning.
Now batting, number 0, right fielder, Braden Oram.
Braden Oram 0 for 3 on the day. 1 for 4 on the day with a single and a run scored. Back up to the dish. Talking about Travis Bazana out of Oregon State. Drafted number 1 overall in the MLB draft. Cumming pitch against Oregon State this past year. That one goes for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Had a stellar 4 strikeout performance against the then number 4 Beavers in 2 innings of work. One of his best outings of the Wolfpack season. Next one down and away for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. He had a season-high 5 innings as a relief pitcher against San Diego State. Only gave up 2 earned runs and struck out 5. So Cumming has some stuff against some D1 bats. And he's brought it to Port Angeles, but that next one somehow doesn't get a call. And goes for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. We'll be interested to see the TrackMan report at the end of this one of how many missed balls or strikes home plate umpire John Hayden has. So that one gets the call. 3 balls, 1 strike now on Oram. The next delivery. Down and away for ball 4. Oram gets a walk. And Logan Pierce, who was a pinch hitter last frame, got a single and a run scored. back up to the plate. So Pierce listed as a pitcher on the DubSea roster, has pitched in 7 games. It's the first delivery to him. Finds the strike zone, no balls, 1 strike. He has a 1.58 ERA across 28 and a third innings pitched. So he's very, very good. The 0-1 is fouled off for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Pierce at the plate. 11 for 45 after that 7th inning single. It was his 2nd run scored of the season. Quickly 0-2 on him. The next delivery, runner goes from first, but that's popped up. Will stay in the infield. Suzuki tracking it and ends the inning. So we're through the top of the 8th. We'll head to the bottom, the home half, with the Lefties trailing 7-3. And it seems to still be Hagler on the mound.
Blair.
Zach Blair up to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a hit by pitch. He's moved around the outfield a little bit to accommodate Travis Helm day. Travis Helm has now played all 8 defensive positions other than pitcher. It's still Micah Hagler on the mound. His first delivery is waved at and missed. Foul tip there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Blair, the 9-hole hitter out of Mount Hood Community College. The 0-1 delivery. Down below the knees for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Lefties are off tomorrow for the West Coast League All-Star Game. Make sure to tune into that one. First pitch at 6:35. We saw the MLB All-Star Game today. American League won that 5-3. So 1-1 pitch inside or low for ball 2, it seems. 2 balls, 1 strike. Trackman said that was in the zone, but that's been the story of tonight. All smiles on Micah Hagler's face as he doesn't get the call there. This one low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Blair. So West Coast League All-Star Game tomorrow at 6:35 on MLB Network. That gets the call there for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That actually did seem to be a pretty good call, but it's the lack of consistency that is frustrating the fans as Blair hits it towards the right side. Garza will field, but no one covering the bag. And Blair gets his 2nd hit of the day, an infield single as he legs that one out. Of course, Lefties outfielder Jeremy Giesig will be the Lefties representative at the All-Star Game, leads the league in average and hits. He's been Port Angeles' best hitter pretty much all season and gets a chance to showcase his talent on MLB Network. Very cool that the league was able to get that deal Top of the order for the lefties, Kosei Suzuki at the plate. Runner goes, and a hit and run as Suzuki fouls that one off for strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Suzuki 1 for 3 on the day with a double, a walk, and a pair of flyouts. So he's hitting it to the outfield when he makes contact, other than, of course, that foul ball he just hit for strike one. Blair is at first. He was off with the first pitch. Let's see if he goes again. Hagler's next delivery is up high. Blair staying put on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike now on the left fielder / second baseman for Port Angeles. Blair dives back in safely on that pickoff attempt. So with all of these defensive changes, a bunch of guys have gotten a bunch of different defensive spots here today, Suzuki being one of them. Blair dives back in. Every Lefties player has played at least 2 positions if they're in the lineup, other than Spencer Dickinson, but he was not in the starting lineup. He just came in as Suzuki hits this to right field. Orem will get under it. Actually, that was Klingelhofer. Orem was signaling as if it was going to him, but Klingelhofer secures that one for the first out of the inning. And now 2-hole hitter Ya Ramirez grounded out in his last plate appearance. He's 0 for 3 on the day with a walk and a run scored. Started the scoring off for the Lefties in the first inning. Lefties have a run in the first, the fourth, and the fifth. That's how they have their 3 runs. Hagler's first delivery. Down low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The Fish Sticks, on the other hand, 3 runs in the 7th, 3 runs in the 4th. And their 7th run came across in the 3rd. DubSea up 7-3 here. The 1-0. That's fouled off for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Lefties have 5 outs remaining if they want to try to make a comeback. They've made more drastic comebacks before. The count remains 1-1 on Ramirez. It's had a loud noise outside Civic Field. Somebody revving their engine as they're going by. As Blair dives back in safely on that pickoff attempt. They're worried about him. Blair is a speedy runner. A good number of stolen bases at Mount Hood Community College. 11 of them to be exact. The 1-1. That's it towards the right side and will get through for a base hit. Blair will stop at second. And the Lefties trying to make a comeback. Have 2 runners on, both by way of the single. And now Spencer Dickinson, who came in earlier in this one, gets another at-bat.
A heavy hitter, too.
He has a couple of jacks on the year, 2 in league play, 1 in non-league play. Is hitless in his last 7 games, though. Looking for a shot here against Hagler. The first pitch, waved at and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Dickinson, who only has 9 at-bats in non-league play heading into this one. He's tallied 2 hits so far. The 0-1. That's put up in the air to center. Klingelhofer will barely have to move, come in a couple steps. Blair thinks about tagging up and heading to third, but that will just go as the second out of the inning. So Jason Leone, the last hope to extend this frame. We're here in the bottom of the 8th. Fish Sticks up 7-3, 2 outs. But Port Angeles is threatening with runners on first and second. Blair, a speedy runner, could score easily on a single. Again, depending on where it goes and its depth. Hagler's first delivery. That finds his own. A back pick attempt on Ramirez. He slides in safely. It's called strike one. That was a good toss there from Bailey behind the plate, but Pierce at first couldn't lay the tag down in time. So the count goes to 0-1 on Leon, who has a hit already here today. The first. Another foul ball for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes on Leon. Quickly on the man out of Cal State, Bakersfield, who has reached base twice already today with that single and a hit by pitch in the 3rd inning. Looking to do it at least once more. The 0-2. Blocked by Bailey. He kept it in front of him, but both runners will advance as it squirted away. So 2 runners in scoring position, but also with the count at 1-2, if Leon grounds it towards the left side, those defenders won't just be able to tap second and third since first base is now open. So it changes defensive mentality a little bit more. Micah Hagler looking to close this one out in the 8th inning, but that's fouled off. Count will remain the same. Hagler's been out there for a while. It's Ramirez on second, Blair on third. Ramirez is both speedy and aggressive on the base paths. Will look to draw this one closer for the lefties, but Leon has to get it in play first. The 1-2. That's fouled off, hard hit, but will go out of play. And we'll do it again. Couple of foul offs for Leon. 3rd foul off of this at bat. Leon trying to work this count against Hagler with 2 runners in scoring position. Middle of the infield wide open. The next pitch just outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Have to wait a little bit longer to confirm the call from John Hayden, the home plate umpire. His zone's been a little bit erratic so far today. Hagler shakes off his catcher Bailey a couple times, gets the sign he likes. The 2-2. Breaking ball up high for ball 3. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Great job by Leon here to work the count back into his favor.
First base is open here if Hagler does indeed walk Leon. It's Travis Helm on deck. The 3-2 is put up in the air to shallow right field. Garza going out and will retrieve it and end the inning. So it seems Travis Helm is wearing his catcher gear to close out Travis Helm Day. It looks like that's what he will end out the day as, where he started. The catcher position will head to the top of the 9th. Lefties trailing 7-3.
Now pitching Francisco Lopez. I'll give you the numbers.
39.
New man on the bump is Francisco Lopez. So Travis Helm won't play all 9 positions. On Travis Helm Day, he played 8. Every single field position other than, of course, pitcher. Helm back behind the plate, which is where he started this evening's affair. Kellen Krebs at the dish. First to him is grounded up the middle and past Ya Ramirez. We had a whole bunch of defensive changes here, so I'll just reintroduce the entire field. It's Spencer Dickinson at first, Ya Ramirez at second, Jason Leon at short, Julio Vasquez Jr. to third, Kosei Suzuki in left, Zach Blair in center, and Brock Mayer in right. And Francisco Lopez on the mound. It's Hunter Klingelhofer at the plate. He squares up to bunt, but bunts it foul for strike 1. Krebs will have to return to first base. Klingelhofer 1 for 2 on the day with a 3-run homer that put the Fish Sticks on top, and then a hit by pitch and a walk in his last plate appearance. It's a long time outside the batter's box for him, but returns to the box to face off against Francisco Lopez, who just recently announced his commitment to a new school. Runner goes from first. The 0-1 is fouled off for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So Francisco headed to Dyersburg State Community College, a JUCO in the NJCAA in the Tennessee Community College Athletic Association. So Lopez moving over from Yakima Valley College. This is his 10th appearance in a Lefties uniform, first in non-league play.
Yakima to Tennessee's quite the culture change.
Yes, it is. The 0-2 pitch to Klingelhofer gets away from Helm, right back to him, but Krebs will take second. That goes away from the man behind the plate. See if that's ruled a wild pitch or a pass ball. Yes, a wild pitch indeed on Lopez, who's pretty much lost all of his buttons on his jersey, it seems. Maybe one is buttoned up towards the bottom. The next delivery to Klingelhofer is swung on a miss for strike 3. First out of the inning, first punch out of this outing for Lopez, who now has a punch out in 3 straight appearances after having 3 in a row at least without one.
Number 27, catcher Matthew Bailey.
It's the buttons that loosened him up today.
Seems to be working so far with 1 punch out. Matthew Bailey at the plate. Runner goes from second. Helm won't even try to throw him out. So that one goes for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Matthew Bailey, who's 1 for 3 on the day with a sacrifice fly, a run scored, and a single. The 1-0 is fouled off for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bailey also struck out earlier in this one. Fish Sticks with a 7-3 lead here in the top of the 9th inning. Lopez, familiar with the West Coast League, pitched for the Walla Walla Sweets last summer. Appeared in 7 games. The 1-1 up high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 90 miles per hour on the gun there. The 2-1 up high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Talking about punch outs for Lopez. He has that ability. Had his best outing at Yakima Valley this past year with 6 strikeouts across 3 2/3 innings, as this one is popped up towards the right side. Spencer Dickinson backpedaling. Ya Ramirez going out, and that'll drop in fair territory. A run will score. That's Krebs, and the Fish Sticks will take an 8-3 lead now.
Now batting, number 3, second baseman, Andre Garza.
So 3 players in the area for Port Angeles, but a tough play. Long run for Mayer and Ramirez, and hard for Dickinson to track that one as he's having to backpedal.
Probably lost his footing on that one, it looked like.
Now Andrew Garza back up to the plate. His team up by 5. Garza 1 for 4 on the day. The first delivery waved at and missed. Healthy cut there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Garza had a single in his last plate appearance. That was in the 7th inning. Lopez looking for the inning-ending double play. Runner goes from first. The throw from Helm is a little bit offline and will sneak into the outfield. And Bailey will get a stolen base, his second of the game. That's the 9th stolen base of the evening for DubSea. That's not a good mark for the lefties. Garza at the plate, the 1-1 delivery. That gets away from Helm, and Bailey will take third. Ruled a wild pitch. And the Fish Sticks with a runner 90 feet away from giving them a 6-run lead. It's 8-3 here in the top of the 9th. Still only 1 out. Lopez trying to limit the damage. Lefties will have Travis Helm, Julio Vasquez Jr., and Brock Mayer at the plate in the bottom of the 9th to try to start a comeback. The 2-1. Down and in for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. The next delivery. That's hit towards the right side. We'll get through for a base hit. And the Fish Sticks will go up 9-3 now. On that RBI single from Andre Garza, his second hit of the day. And sends us back to the top of the order. Ty Rusco, the gloveless man who's 1 for 4 on the day with a single, a walk, and a strikeout out of Skagit Valley College. The first delivery. Down low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Rusco has a walk in this one to extend his team lead. Leads the Fish Sticks in bases on balls so far this season. Runner goes from first again. The throw from Helm is mishandled by Jason Leone. So another stolen base. This one by Andre Garza. Fish Sticks liking to run here. So Rusco still at the dish, and an inning-ending double play now out of the question with a runner on second. The 2-0. Finds the zone for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Rusco out of the NWAC. Lopez also out of the NWAC, but Yakima Valley and Skagit Valley did not face off against each other as this one is fouled off for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rusco and Skagit Valley did play Edmonds Community College. Lefties have John Vara and Cade Stewart out of Edmonds. It was even. It was a 3-3 mark between Edmonds and Skagit Valley. So lefties familiar with this guy, at least some of them. The 2-2 runner goes to third again. This is grounded towards the right side. Dickinson will field, tap the bag for the second out of the inning as Garza takes third. Lefties haven't had too many pickoff attempts in this game, but the Fish Sticks are running wild. Now they have another runner one bag away from reaching double digits. It's two-hole hitter Luke Malzewski, who came in the game in the 6th inning, at least at the plate, struck out in his first at-bat, but also recorded a single. And he hits one towards Ramirez at second, who nabs it and sends us to the bottom of the 9th. Lefties will have to make a 6-run comeback to even tie this one. It'll be Travis Helm, Julio Vasquez Jr., and Brock Mayer. Last chance for Travis Helm to notch a hit on Travis Helm Day. Could not come in a bigger spot. Lefties trail here 9-3 in the bottom of the 9th. Helm looking to start a comeback. The first delivery up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. It's still Micah Hagler on the mound. He's through 3 1/3 innings. 2 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. The 1-0 inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. He has now thrown 49 pitches. The Fish Stick starter threw 103. So he's working efficiently. The 2-0 is foul tipped for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Helm. 0 for 3 on the day, with a hit by pitch and a run scored. The 2-1. Down below the knees. 3 balls, 1 strike. It is, of course, Travis Helm Day. So we'll try to get him up here in the Port Angeles Lefties broadcast booth post-game for an interview. The 3-1. Finds the outer edge for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hagler going it deep in this one. Is normally a starter. The full count pitch. That's fouled off. Helm staying alive. So just to recap this one, the career of Travis Helm. Started out at Clark College, then moved over to Central Washington University, a D2 school. The 3-2. That's down low, and Travis Helm reaches base for the second time on Travis Helm Day. And the Lefties dugout celebrates. And now Julio Vasquez Jr.
Number 24, third baseman, Julio Vasquez Jr.
0 for 3 on the day with a walk, with a chance to advance his roommate Travis Helm. The first pitch. Up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. On Vasquez Jr. The 1-0. That's popped up in the infield. Pierce will go into foul territory and retire Vasquez Jr. for the first out of this inning. So lefties have 2 outs remaining to try to start something up. It's Brock Mayer, 1 for 3 on the day with a single, a walk, and a run scored. So he's notched his first single of the season. Normally a pitcher only, but getting some swings at the plate. We asked him after we had a travel delay, got to ask him whether he prefers hitting or pitching. He does prefer hitting. He's just better at pitching. The first delivery. That finds the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Mayer said hitting is just more fun. So I hope he's having fun here today on Travis Helm Day with Travis Helm at first. The 0-1 pitch up high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lee mentioned this earlier, but Helm, soon to be a high school math teacher and baseball coach once he's finished at Central Washington, entering his senior year there. So that next pitch, down low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Recently got his teaching license. Helm did, originally from Beaverton, Oregon. Had 8 hits for the lefties last summer. The 2-1 is fouled off again for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Helm in West Coast League play has 16 hits this season, so already doubled his total from last year, with 4 hits in non-league play to boot. So 20 hits total for the man at first base. The 2-2. That's swung on a miss to retire Brock Mayer. Second out of the inning. And now Riley Ricken represents the lefties' last chance to try to make this score a little bit more serviceable. Fish Sticks up 9-3 here in the bottom of the 9th. 2 outs. Riley Ricken 0 for 3 on the day with the walk, looking for his first hit of the season.
No pressure.
The first delivery finds the outside half for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Hagler in line for the win here, as the starter didn't hit the required inning count. Hagler's 0-1 delivery. Up high again for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the left-handed hitter. So the third baseman, Krebs, a little bit closer to the line, and the shortstop almost behind the bag. So the left side is open as Ricken swings and misses at that one for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ricken already with 2 punch-outs on the day, looking to avoid a third and extend this game to Zach Blair, who has a pair of hits on deck. The 1-2. That's hit into the outfield. That'll get down for a base hit. Helm headed for third. Ricken hard running, headed for second. His first hit is a double. What a time to have your first hit of the season.
Number 15,
and the lefties will live to see at least one more hitter. Port Angeles trailing by 6 with runners, 2 runners in scoring position. That's Riley Ricken on second and Travis Helm on third.
See Riley Ricken there cracking a little smile. I would too if I hit a double. Let's see what Zach Blair can do to keep these lefties alive.
Blair with 2 hits already on the day, 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a hit by pitch, so he's reached base 3 times. Hagler's first delivery inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ricken showed off the speed a little bit there. Didn't get super deep into the outfield, cut off well, but he made it into second. Up high for ball 2 to Blair. 2 balls, no strikes now.
We're in familiar territory for the lefties here. They love their 9th inning comebacks.
This one would be a tall task, down by 6 with 2 outs already. But we've seen crazier things happen. The 2-0 is fouled off for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, it's like the old sports saying, not till the fat lady sings, partner.
Let's see if Zach Blair can make some magic happen here. Has a home run in West Coast League play. Did that at Kamloops in a pinch hitting situation. The 2-1. Inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. It is leadoff hitter Kosei Suzuki on deck if the game indeed gets to him. So Blair looking to extend it. The 3-1. That's waved at and missed for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lefties down to their final strike. Hagler looking for the win here. Blair looking to extend it at least a little bit further. The payoff pitch. That's popped up and will hit the netting above home plate. So we have another 3-2 pitch incoming from the man on the mound, Micah Hagler, who is again in line for the win. Already threw 4 innings of work, looking for that extra third. The 3-2. That's put up in the air to center. Klingelhofer will just go over to his left, though, and end this one. A hard hit ball by Zach Blair, but ends the game. Micah Hagler was electric out of the bullpen. Only allowed a couple hits, and the Fish Sticks will take a 9-3 lead here in this non-league affair on Travis Helm Day here at the ballpark. A good day to celebrate Travis. We'll try to get him up here in the Port Angeles Lefties broadcast booth. We'll take a little bit of a break before we get the Everyman up here today. It's Travis Helm Day at the ballpark, and we get Travis Helm up here in the Port Angeles Lefties broadcast booth. Travis, just tell me, where did the idea of Travis Helm Day come from? And when you first found out about it, what was your thought of the game?
Well, it came originally. I asked our head coach Don. I said, "Can I play all 9 positions one of these days?" And he said he'll try to figure it out. I've always just been able to kind of move around the field, do a little bit of everything. So having that opportunity to really get to go out there and do a little bit of everything today was really nice. It was really fun to get it out there and do it.
Well, you got to play 8 positions today. Did you have a personal favorite?
Personally, my favorite was third base when I got to get that ground ball. I've played a little bit of infield growing up, but never really a whole lot on the left side. So getting to get over there at short and third was really fun for me today. Different angle to look at it.
Now, you had the day named after you. Your parents were also in attendance. What was it like to have them here? Your mom standing right there recording this interview. What was it like to have them here in attendance?
It was really fun. I always love getting to see my parents. They're my biggest supporters. My mom's been my #1 fan since day one. Getting them to get out here, watch me play is always a great time.
And what are your plans after baseball? We talked about it during the game over the PA, but just for the fans watching at home, what are your plans after baseball?
I'm planning on being a high school math teacher, hopefully coaching at that same school. I've always been really great at math, and I'm hoping to spread that joy to some students. And I've also always really enjoyed baseball, and I'm hoping to spread that joy as well. Really just trying to help kids out and hope that they can have the same experiences I did and enjoy their childhood.
Now, I have to ask, you can play 2 instruments. Mm-hmm. Tell us about those, because it's the ukulele and the saxophone, yeah? How long have you been doing those?
The ukulele I started in elementary school. My music teacher in elementary school did a little ukulele club, so there was probably about 10 of us in that club. We all just had our own ukuleles, and we'd go after school, learn a few chords, learn how to play a few songs. And it's a nice instrument to just pick and play and have some fun with. It sounds good. And then in middle school, I started playing in the band, and the saxophone was just always the coolest instrument to me. It sounds the best. It's in actual songs and stuff. You hear it all the time. So I always just thought that would be a fun instrument to play, and I picked it up in high school and stuff, and it was a great instrument to play.
So it's Travis Helm Day. Did you have you already mentioned the fielding at third base. Did you have a favorite moment overall during this game?
Probably my favorite moment overall was just the guys really supporting me and really buying into the Travis Helm Day today. They really made it feel special. They were hooting and hollering. Every ball I got, they were excited to see me make a play. Even if it was routine, they were excited to see me out there and making plays.
Oh, perfect. That's Travis Helm entering his senior year at Central Washington University. The do-it-all man reached base a couple times today, played 8 different positions. Unfortunately, didn't get to see him pitch today, but that will be the end of our broadcast. Make sure to tune into the West Coast League All-Star Game tomorrow on MLB Network at 6:35 and see Lefties Jeremy Giesig playing in that one. Travis, thank you so much for joining us, and happy Travis Helm Day.
Thank you. Go Lefties.